Welcome back to the Knowledge Hub podcast. Here's something that should make every product leader pause. Only 48% of enterprise digital initiatives actually meet their business targets. That means more than half are missing the mark, often after millions in investment. So, how do you avoid becoming part of that statistic? The answer isn't building faster or bigger, it's building smarter. And that starts with something called an MVP, a minimum viable product. Now, if you're thinking this sounds like startup talk, you're half right. But here's what's changed. The global MVP development market just hit $288 million in 2024 and is projected to more than double by 2031. Enterprises aren't just experimenting anymore, they're adopting MVPs as a core strategy to validate ideas before budgets balloon. So, what makes an enterprise MVP different from the scrappy startup version? Three things. First, you're not moving fast and breaking things. You're moving deliberately through procurement, compliance, and stakeholder sign off. Second, you're not guessing what users want. You're running a structured discovery phase that answers one brutal question. What is the one problem this product must solve? Not five problems, not the features your loudest stakeholder requested, the one core pain point that justifies the product's existence. And third, you're building for scale from day one. That means modular architecture, enterprise grade security, and technical decisions that won't require a complete rebuild 6 months later. Here's what matters most. The companies that succeed treat MVP development as a validation initiative, not just an engineering project. They secure executive sponsorship early, they invest in discovery workshops before writing a single line of code, and they define success metrics tied to learning, not just revenue, because even a killed MVP delivers value if it prevents you from spending millions on something the market doesn't actually want. Let's talk numbers. A recent analysis of over 400 venture-backed companies found that 43% of product failures come down to one thing: poor product market fit. They built something nobody wanted. The MVP process fixes that by creating a feedback loop. You launch to a small group, gather real data, iterate, and either validate your assumptions or pivot before it's too late. Companies using this approach report measurably higher ROI, faster timelines, and dramatically less waste. The tricky part? Managing expectations. Stakeholders often worry that releasing anything less than perfect will damage the brand. But the alternative, building in the dark for 18 months and launching to crickets, is far riskier. The best teams strike a balance. They move fast enough to learn, but maintain enterprise-grade rigor at every step. And often, they partner with experienced development teams who understand both speed and compliance. Because navigating that tension alone is where most MVPs stall. If you're sitting on a product idea right now, here's your takeaway. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Start with discovery, strip your feature list down to the absolute core, and build something you can test in weeks, not years. Because in a world where half of digital initiatives fail, the ones that succeed aren't the ones with the biggest budgets. They're the ones that learned fastest